Did you know that your money only starts working for you when you invest? Yes, you heard that correctly. Money will work for you. After investing, you will get passive income from the money you put in, allowing you to focus on the things that are most important to you, or simply spending more time with the people that deserve your attention. The beauty of investing is that you are sure of a regular flow of income. That is, however, the positive side of the investment. Investing, just like a coin, has two sides, one of which is living a life free of worrying about money. The other is when you make bad decisions and lose money. So it's obvious that to be successful as an investor, you'll need a certain skill set. Well, good news. You're about to find out how you could be sitting pretty with the tricks and secrets of investing gurus like Robert Kiyosaki and the Godfather of investing himself, Warren Buffett. In today's video, we'll be looking at 7 tricks, if not skills, that all educated investors employ when investing. So, stay tuned, hit that subscribe button, and don't touch that dial if you want to get all the details on becoming the next leading investor. Number 1. Risk only what you can afford to lose. Risk. That's all there is to it when it comes to investing. Because no one knows what the outcome will be, each investor is aware that any money they put on the line may end up being lost. Furthermore, most investors understand that they would not always get their money back even if they make a profit. So, keeping that in mind, the first trick you ought to employ before you have gotten into any form of investment is only risk what you can afford to lose. Although investing may help you make money, you should know that it is not a get-rich-quick scheme. Patience is required. But what if you've put more money in than you're prepared to lose? You will find it difficult to remain patient, which will lead to panic. One of the world's most successful investors, Warren Buffett, shares some insight on the subject. If you aren't thinking about holding a stock for 10 years, don't even consider owning it for 10 minutes, he advises. More specifically, the Godfather's advice states that you will not quadruple your money fast, and that all you need to enjoy the benefits of investing is patience and, most importantly, investing only what you can afford to lose. Number 2. Take small steps at the beginning. You will be tremendously inspired to give it your best after reading an article or blog on investment, or simply viewing a video on investing and realizing the genuine potential of the enterprise. That, however, is not the path to choose. It would be vital to make small moves first when trying your luck in this enterprise. Keep in mind that every specialist in any profession started as a novice. Follow these 3 easy steps to become a skilled investor. Begin small, learn as you invest, and eventually achieve your goal with time. Take, for example, today's world record holders in sports. They didn't just wake up one day and become world record holders. Sleepless nights, sweat, hours in the gym, and not to mention a great deal of discipline are all part of the journey to winning the title. The same is true when it comes to investing. Taking the time to master the fundamentals of investing can help you achieve greater skill and profit levels. You can only achieve this by beginning small and investing wisely in various markets. Number 3. Protect your principal. Many new investors fail when it comes to investing because they have no idea how to secure their money. However, as a beginner investor, you will benefit from this video since we will provide 2 guidelines to assist and guide you in making appropriate investments. These are the 2 rules. Rule number 1 is never to lose money, and rule number 2 is never forget rule number 1. The rules state that you should never lose money in any investment, but with all of the dangers involved, is it even possible to invest money without losing it? I'm fairly convinced that everyone viewing this video has wondered the same thing. Yes, you may invest money with the expectation of not losing it, but how do you do it? Before you invest, You should have a goal in mind. Just like every other excellent investor, they never get greedy if the goal they set for themselves is met over time. Even when their assets' value seems to be increasing indefinitely, they're not tempted to withdraw it even after they hit their goals. They only collect their intended profit or return on investment, all while making their original investment safe. So, while investing, withdraw only what you had planned because the markets are entirely unpredictable. Number 4. Keep greed at bay. It is a well-known reality that the majority of people are greedy. We all want more for ourselves, particularly when it comes to money, but the last thing you want to be is greedy, especially when it comes to investing. Most people search for assets that would provide them with fast returns, but they usually lose. This suggestion leads us to another well-known investment quote from Warren Buffett. Be fearful when others are greedy, be greedy when others are fearful. This remark means that you should not be influenced by other people's greed while making investment choices. For example, if the price of a stock increases and everyone is racing to acquire it, you may succumb to the fear of missing out and purchase an overpriced stock. This may result in a large correction eventually and the loss of your funds. Instead, do the opposite. Also, keep in mind that if an investment seems too good to be true, it most often is. It's all about the dangers. Before you can jump in, you need to perform some research on the hot stock. So remember, keep greed out of the decision-making process. Number 5. Use losses to your advantage. Markets are constantly changing, which might result in losses at times. Even the best investors make mistakes from time to time. Losses are an unavoidable part of the game, whether you like them or not. However, as a good investor, you should learn how to profit from your losses. Use your losses to learn that no one has complete control over the markets. Please don't ignore the mistakes you've made in the past. Instead, take your time to reflect on them. Look for possible solutions to these errors and ways to avoid them in the future. You can also take advantage of losses to diversify your portfolio. Investing in a variety of businesses might not be enough for you. You may also wish to experiment with other sectors. You can diversify your risks by experimenting with different industries. You will have a lower risk of losing money this way. Most importantly, return to your drawing board and learn from experts who have a track record of success. Number 6. Never tell yourself, if only. After investing, there comes a moment when the assets seem to stagnate. As a result, many individuals sell their assets. One of Apple's early members, for example, sold his shares for $800. Currently, the same portfolio would be valued at just over $1 billion. It's evident that his decision was poor, and he sometimes thinks to himself, if only. As a beginner investor, you will make judgments that will leave you wondering what if and if only. However, dwelling on the past is not a good idea because thinking you could have bought an investment and then something occurs and it all becomes worthless. Instead of focusing on missed chances, consider how you might make more significant investments in the future. Also, if your confidence in a firm is uncertain, you should avoid investing in it. There will always be new firms going public, and you will find one that appeals to you. Number 7. Understand dips are part of investing. When looking at market charts, you'll see reds and greens. Everyone who has invested will be pleased to see more green on the charts, since it only means one thing: profits. No matter how excellent an investor you are, you will experience dips or losses at some point. There have been times in history when stock markets have experienced devastating collapses, resulting in total losses for all investors. However, regardless of how long it took, these investors finally received their money back by holding their assets. During these difficult times, several investors even gained more money by keeping their investments. Dips are excellent chances for investors to add discounted stock to their portfolios. This is because investors will purchase more shares at a lower cost. So anytime your stock takes a drop, don't sell it. Instead, keep it, since it will ultimately return its previous price and even go higher. So there you have it. When are you going to make your first investment? Did you find this video helpful? If yes, tell us in the comments section, and don't forget to hit the like button and share it, and explore the channel for even more content of this nature. That's all for today. Until next time, stay safe.